A very good afternoon to all the members in the audience who have joined us here on what is the 9th day of the first ever Molly Sanved, the first ever National Sports Vision Conclave that is being held on the sidelines of the 38th National Games Uttarakhand 2025. 38वें राष्ट्रीय खेलों में आयोजित किया जा रहा मौली संवेद के 9वें दिनों में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। और आज हमारे साथ कुछ बहुत सारे डिग्निटरीज जुड़ेंगे स्पोर्ट्स इकोसिस्टम से हमारे भारत के, और वो जुड़ेंगे 2 सेशंस के लिए। और दिन का पहला सेशन होगा श्री निशांत भारद्वाज के साथ, and I have been entrusted with the responsibility and given the privilege to have a fireside conversation with Mr. Nishant Bhardwaj, who happens to be many things, many roles, many personalities and many affiliations clubbed into one. He is a marathoner and an Ironman coach, but he is also affiliated to the finance industry through his connection with HDFC. The session is going to be on fitness, finance and future, building a holistic game plan for success, strengthen your body, secure your wealth and shape your future. So if I could request all the members in the audience to please welcome Mr. Bhardwaj on stage with a big round of applause. Mr. Nishant Bhardwaj has come all the way from Mumbai for this insightful conversation that we are looking to roll about in a few minutes' time. So Nishant, I will take my seat and a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
I think you should use this.
Thank you so much for having me. I am truly honored to be part of this conclave under the ages of 38th National Game. I think this is a brilliant platform for young athletes as well as the future of India, who are not only going to win medals on international stages but Olympics and go on to build future in sports. So thanks once again.
Nishant dwells on the overlap of fitness, finance, and he, as I mentioned, happens to be working in the finance industry with HDFC, is an Ironman coach, travels the world for his Ironman pursuits, does a lot of podcasts, is a TEDx speaker. So all these hats you're wearing, can you shed light on this multifaceted personality you are, Nishant? And it's important for our viewers who are also joining us on this live stream to know more about you, because you are one of the key stakeholders in the industry, and this is one of the reasons why the Uttarakhand government is hosting Molly Samvad for the first time, the first ever National Sports Vision Conclave, because it's not about the athletes, but those of us who work with them and want to empower them with more skills and understanding and awareness of the world.
Absolutely. So I think once again, thanks so much. Whoever is listening to us today, what you will find out of this session is that you don't need to look at life from only one perspective, that you can have multiple passions, you can have multiple interests, you can explore so many areas of your life, which you used to do that as a kid. So, if you ask any 5-year-old, what do you want to become? बड़े होके आप क्या बनना चाहते हो? They will always give you like amazing answers. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a fighter pilot. I want to be a cricketer. I want to be a doctor. And eventually everyone ends up becoming an engineer or, any of those desk jobs. So while there is nothing wrong in having those kind of jobs, but I think it is important to keep your passion alive and continue to explore various passions. It could be around fitness, it could be around traveling the world, it could be around content creator. Why not become a YouTuber? So that's what you will get out of this session, and I will tell you exactly how all of these passions you can explore. You can write, read, and do all kinds of things. And on that note, thank you so much once again also for the introduction. I'm a senior finance leader. I've been building a lot of brands. I've worked on and built over 40 different brands, which I'm sure the audience is also using some of them right now. At the same time, I'm also an Ironman athlete and a coach. I travel around the world and do the most toughest race of the world. An Ironman is basically you have to swim 4 kilometers in the ocean, followed by 180 kilometers of cycling, and follow it up by a full marathon, 42 kilometers. So it's a 226 kilometers race which you are supposed to do non-stop in 17 hours. And I also am the only Indian who runs full marathons, which is 42 kilometers in suits, to create awareness around corporate fitness and fitness in general. So imagine you are seeing thousands of runners wearing shorts and sleeves and smallest possible clothes, but here you see someone running full marathons, 42 kilometer, 42 kilometers, wearing suits to create awareness around corporate fitness. So I've been doing all of that to explore, how we can create India as the fit nation before we become a rich nation. So that's the idea here.
A fit nation before India becomes a rich nation. And क्योंकि हमारे साथ अभी जुड़ चुके हैं बहुत सारे students, we have a lot of young athletes also who have been part of the audience over the course of the last 8 days, and today of course is the 9th day of the conclave. Let's start off from the grassroots.
Yeah.
Where does this particular confluence of finance and fitness, do you think, begins with in the life of a career? And given the current circumstances where most Indian athletes find themselves in, where do you think it should ideally begin in your view?
Sure. So fitness, finance and future all have one thing in common, which is अगर आपको fit होना है, अगर आपको rich होना है, and अगर आपको एक career build करना है, all of them will take you at least 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. All of this, if you try to bring it down to maybe 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, that's not going to happen. You will end up getting either injured, or you will get scammed in financial scams, or eventually you will not have a career which you wanted to build. So the commonality between fitness, finance, future is that you have to build it over a long period of time, and sometimes over 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And that's what I want to talk about today, that as young kids who are watching us today, especially athletes who are going to have 2 careers in their lives. They will be an athlete from age 10 to age 30, and then their second innings start, where most of the athletes end up becoming, unemployed. They are not able to take care of their finances, or in some cases, even if you made it, even if you did win a lot of medals and some sponsorships, you end up losing all of that money, like it happens in winning lotteries. Any lottery winner जिसको रातों रात बहुत पैसे मिल जाते हैं, they end up losing all of that in 1, 2, 3 years. So that's exactly what happens with athletes also. So the idea is that we will set a framework over the course of our conversation as to why I will tell you what are the decisions you should take around your finances as well as around your fitness, which is also critical. You might have seen that even in movies, they've shown that after becoming a world champion, if they put on a lot of weight and end up losing all the motivation of life. So why fitness can help you to build a more positive outlook towards your life.
In your opinion, Nishant, what are the key pillars to finding the balance between fitness and finance, and making sure that वो 30 प्लस एज के बाद नहीं, हम लोग जब टीनेजर्स होते हैं एथलीट्स, तभी से वो शुरुआत हो जाए एंड वो फाउंडेशन जो पिलर्स के होते हैं वो हम एस्टैब्लिश करना शुरू कर दे. हाउ डज एन एथलीट गो अबाउट दैट, इफ यू कुड पुट ऑन योर थिंकिंग हैट टू दैट एंड?
Sure. So students these days consider PT वाला जो period होता है as an obligation. I don't want to go out and play. The childhood obesity in India is on the rise. Number of cases, I think I read a recent report that number of childhood obesity cases have crossed over 100 million. So that means 10 crore से ज़्यादा बच्चे आज के time overweight हैं. The food habits that they are become because of the food aggregation app and not going outdoors, not playing sports, not working out. Because of this, the younger kids are getting hypertension, BP, sugar and all of these things which used to be a disease of 50, 60, 70 year old. तो सबसे बड़ी चीज़ जो ये होती है कि for students, especially who are listening to us, is that you should start playing some sports. Sports will help you to build your character. And by character, I mean you will get to represent India on different stages. You will get to experience, a routine. You will become fitter. Eventually, when you go to your teens and later in stage, you will also look good. You will have far more energy. So everyone present in this room should start with at least 1, 2 or 3 sports. Football khelo, cricket khelo, running karo, squash, tennis, badminton, swimming, whatever you guys can find, please start playing some sport. It will build a character. And when I say build character, I mean when you start becoming 24, 25, 30-year-old, when you start getting into a job world, when you go to the real world where you see, when you have to pay your own bills, when you do not get anything on the plate, when you go out there, you have to fight your own battle every single day. उस वक्त इंसान बहुत जल्दी give up कर देता है हर चीज़ पे. अरे this person did not treat me well. I should be given this. I should be given this promotion. I should be given this increment without putting in the effort, because लाइफ के पहले 25 साल में आपको सारा कुछ प्लेटर पे मिलता है. Your parents would have supported you. Your society, your organization would have given you enough safety, security, roof over your head, resources. सारा कुछ आपको खुद मिलता है. But the moment you turn 25 is when you have to go out and pay your own bills. बिजली, पानी, खाना, मतलब rent देना, everything,
Internet.
travel. Absolutely, direct taxes, indirect taxes, you have to take care of all of this. And all of this can become very easy for you अगर आप एक disciplined sports person रहे होगे. If you play a sport, it will help you to build a mindset कि give up नहीं करना है. You will always have challenges in life. You will lose some days, you will win some days, you will get injured some days. But all of that will build a character that, despite any challenges in life, I will overcome and perform better under pressure. So that's why my recommendation to anyone sitting here listening to us online, offline, should start playing a sport. Pick a sport, whatever you like. Sports खेलना शुरू कीजिए, कम से कम 1, 2, 3, 5 sports where you will end up finding your passion also. Some of these sports you will not enjoy. You'll think, yaar, what is this, yaar? I don't want to watch. You might like Ronaldo, you might like Kohli, you might like Dhoni. But at the end of the day, you need to find what you like the most, which sport you like the most, which you can do for the next 20, 30, 40 years. So that's how sport will help you to build your future. Now coming to the second part of your question, which is finances. Now the audience in the room is too young to understand maybe a bit about finances. You can understand it through your pocket money wala concept. If you get some money, you save some money to buy, anything, that goodies, candies, gifts, or whatever that you like, or mobile phone, you can save some money. But in real life, for people who are listening to us online, I think financial management, no matter how much you earn, even if you're earning 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore, you need to understand and learn more about finances, which is not taught in schools. We are taught about maths, we are taught about accounts, but we are never taught about money management, which matters in the outside world. So that's where our conversation will lead when we talk about the finances side of it.
निशांत ने बहुत एम्फेटिकली encourage किया सभी स्टूडेंट्स को कि स्पोर्ट्स खेलना चाहिए और स्पोर्ट्स खेलिए, क्योंकि मैं देख सकती हूँ कि हिम ज्योति स्कूल से एंड ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द महाराणा प्रताप स्पोर्ट्स कॉलेज वी हैव सम स्टूडेंट्स. एक हाथ उठा के दिखा सकते कि कौन कौन स्पोर्ट्स ऑलरेडी खेलता है अपने स्कूल में या फिर नेबरहुड में? हाथ उठाएंगे? कैन आई सी अ शो ऑफ हैंड्स हु ऑल प्ले स्पोर्ट्स? इधर कोई नहीं खेलता स्पोर्ट्स? कोई स्पोर्ट नहीं खेलता? अच्छा, वहाँ पे एक खेलते हैं, इधर भी बहुत खेलते हैं. वेल डन टू हिम ज्योति स्कूल, बिकॉज द मोस्ट हैंड्स आई सी रेज्ड इज फ्रॉम दिस पार्ट. और निशांत ने ये भी बोला कि पॉकेट मनी को कैसे इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए, उसका भी आइडिया होना चाहिए बच्चों को. तो पॉकेट मनी मिलती है सबको? Oh God, they're making long faces to say that they are not getting pocket money, any kind of financial assistance, say for that gentleman there. But these are two important facets you spoke of, Nishant, having an early initiation into understanding finances, and ties in so beautifully with what Olympian and Commonwealth Games medalist Murli Sri Shankar sat on this very seat, said yesterday कि अब जाके मैं portfolio बनाना सीख रहा हूँ, क्योंकि he is in the latter half of his 20s, तो एक एथलीट को समझ लीजिए एक मुरली श्रीशंकर को ऑप्शन मिलता कि वो इफ़ ही कैन टर्न बैक टाइम एंड गो बैक इनटू हिज अर्ली टीनेज, what would be those crucial pieces of financial advice that you might want to give the likes of a young Murli Srishankar or a Nikhat Zareen, who are all part of Molly Samvad, by the way?
So just like fitness, finance भी एक ऐसी चीज़ है, the earlier you start, the better it is. If you start investing, even if your pocket money is 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, if you can start investing from a very young age in various investment instruments, you can maybe start with a basic bank account. You can even start with the gullak that you have. That will help you to build that habit of saving first. So that's one. If you are 18 and above, the first thing as an athlete you should do is first get a disability insurance, because we have seen that, you know, in sport any unlikely event can happen any day to anyone. Even the best athletes can get some kind of, you know, disability, some accidents, freak accidents happen. So number one thing that you should do is first get a disability insurance. Second is you should get a comprehensive health insurance if your parents' insurance is not covering you. If your parents are in government jobs, they already have health insurance, then you're covered, then you don't need to invest in the health insurance. But if you are a private student, if you are an individual, छोटे घर से आ रहे हैं जहाँ पे एक्सेस टू फाइनेंसेस नहीं है, लोन्स नहीं है, तो open a bank account, start investing into a disability insurance. Third is get a health insurance, and maybe fourth, start investing all your money in stock markets or mutual funds. Open a demat account and start investing into structured mutual funds. By the time you are 25, 30, you would have had already built a corpus of 20, 30, 40 lakh rupees by starting early on at the age of 15, 16. So that's important. The faster you start, the better it is.
The faster you start, the better it is. But ऐसा इंडियन स्पोर्ट में होता है, एंड आई थिंक ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट में भी इट्स क्वाइट प्रेवलेंट दैट you need to have the correct sort of support system, the correct guidance. So as somebody who works in finance and advising, how would you want an athlete to pick those support systems, and how do they go about trusting people who may or may not be directly linked to the sporting industry, but they have that finance acumen that they need to supplement their own understanding of sport?
Sure. So the bacha party on right, everyone on the right, hi, are you guys into sports? आप sport खेलते हो? Are you guys participating? Yes? Do you guys have coaches and teachers? Fantastic. This is exactly what we have to do in our finances also. अगर आपको किसी चीज़ की knowledge नहीं है, so you should definitely go to a financially qualified person who can help you out with your portfolio management. And this is true for all skills in life. If you can start, reaching out to coaches, teachers, certified players in the market, they can help you to learn that particular skill set and help you to build your wealth portfolio. So for a early individual who's watching us today, you can reach out to the locality uncles and aunties that have been selling your parents life insurance, LIC policies. You can take some guidance over there. Of course, YouTube कौन देखता है? YouTube, not Instagram, YouTube. Yes. क्या सीखते हैं YouTube से? क्या वीडियोस देखते हैं? Run and this side. YouTube पे क्या देखते हो? This side.
इधर कोई YouTube नहीं देखता?
ये सारे खेलते हैं.
ये सारे खेलते हैं because these are the athlete section we spoke about.
Okay. Wow,
very
they are
nice.
Probably the most disciplined.
Well done. Please give a big round of applause to Him Jyoti School, because from what their teacher tells us, phones are not allowed, which I am a big advocate of.
Yes.
As is the Australian government right now for children under the age of 16.
16, yes. So I think for anyone listening to us, YouTube is a great source of getting the right information, at least the basic concepts. अगर आप अपने basic concepts clear कर सकते हो on fitness, finance, future or investment advisories, I think that can help you to set a good baseline understanding before you start investing your money in any of the random, financial instruments. So similarly, I have one anecdote. I am an Ironman and I have swam in so many oceans and seas of across the world. And I learned swimming by watching YouTube videos. Can you believe it? Swimming is a very physical sport where you need supervision of coach and you need to understand the technique. Especially अगर आपको समुंदर में swimming करनी है, it's very difficult. It's obviously you can drown and whatnot can happen. But I learned swimming by watching YouTube videos. I used to watch 1 hour of videos, go out in the pool and practice. So जिसको सीखना है, it could be around any of the subjects. You can just enough information available on YouTube, on various social media platforms for you to learn. So what you need is dedication, what you need is the right source of information, and that's how you should start your finance journey also. So like the instruments I mentioned earlier, again repeating for the sake of understanding, get a bank account opened, savings bank account. Second is start a disability insurance, get a health insurance and maybe a life insurance early on, and then start investing into mutual funds, stocks, FDs. And these are some of the instruments. So जितने भी आपके पास पैसे हैं, 1 या 1.5 लाख रुपए का आईफोन खरीदने से पहले नॉर्मल फ़ोन ले सकते हो और बाकी सारे पैसे यू कैन इन्वेस्ट. दैट 1 lakh विल एक्चुअली बिकम 10 lakh और 20 lakh, विच कैन अलाउ यू टू मूव टू बिगर सिटीज़ या अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. यू कैन गो आउट एंड गेट योर ग्रेजुएशन, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन इन इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटीज़, और यू कैन get access to coaches for your higher medal pursuits as well.
Excellent. And just discipline के बारे में निशांत बात कर रहे हैं. He is himself an example of how a disciplined life can open up opportunities for you. आपके लिए बहुत सारा रास्ता खोल सकता है अगर आप खुद डिसिप्लिन होते हो. He is an army kid, जो कि उन्होंने बस हमारा कॉन्वर्सेशन शुरू होने से पहले ही बोला. उनके पिताजी आर्मी में काम करते थे, अभी रिटायर्ड है शायद. And because he is an athlete himself, you understand or you have an in-depth awareness of the commonalities between sports, fitness, finance and future. Can you talk us through what you believe are the key similarities that bind these three very different facets together?
Sure. I think when we talk about character building and building your future, it is important to have discipline. जो पहली पेरेंट्स बातें किया करते थे कि अर्ली टू बेड, अर्ली टू राइज, that same principle applies in your corporate life also, in your fitness life also, in your sports life also. You need to start being more disciplined. So step 1 is sleeping on time. Step 2 is waking up on time. Taking out at least 1 hour for your sports, 1 hour for your hobby, and maybe 2 or 3 hours for your learning. Over and above आपका जो स्कूल का टाइम होता है, ऑफिस का टाइम होता है, दैट्स वेयर यू कैन स्टार्ट डेडिकेटिंग मोर टाइम इन टू डिफरेंट परस्यूट्स ऑफ लाइफ. आई कॉल दिस कॉन्सेप्ट एज कंपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन ऑफ योर टाइम. Be so strict with yourself that your teacher, your bosses, they don't need to be strict with you, because whatever Nishant says he will do it. Because I have said it and I have allocated time, resources to that pursuit. I will make it happen. So this might sound cliched to especially to the school kids and the sports people out here, but that at the very basic it's the discipline, and the same principle applies in fitness also, artificial intelligence, learning models also, to finances also. If you have discipline, if you can you have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Repetition. The more you practice, keep practicing over and over again, you will become better at it. There's a 10,000 hour rule, which has not been scientifically proved, but generally if you spend like 10,000 hours on anything, you will become like the top 0.1% in that field by default. So if you guys are a sports athlete, if you start spending 10,000 hours, roughly it will take you 9 to 10 years to spend 10,000 hours on that particular field. It could be badminton, tennis, football, anything. 10 साल किसी चीज़ के ऊपर आप रेगुलरली ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम डे इन डे आउट लगाते जाओगे, यू विल एंड अप बिकमिंग द 0.1%, the Dhoni, the Kohli, the Rohit Sharmas of the world of that particular sport that you are trying to choose. So repetition, number one is discipline, number two is repetition, and number three is being humble, which is such a underrated thing, which is being humble means अगर आपने एक medal जीत लिया, don't think that you have learnt everything, you are the best at it. The day you feel that you are number one and number two in your class is the day when you will stop making progress, because then you will not learn new things about that field, you will not go out practice more, because now you will feel I am content, I am happy, I can't be better than this, I am सबसे ऊपर हूँ मैं. The moment that happens, you will not be able to compete on an international level, on a level where you want to be known for that particular field. So be humble, respect your elders, respect the process, respect the training, and that's how you will build wealth also, that's how you will get medals also, and that's exactly how you will build startups going forward.
So to sum that up, I would quote the book names of two bestsellers, Discipline is Destiny and Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish, which is also one of the immortal quotes by the great Steve Jobs. And this has also driven your own hunger, Nishant, and I have to sort of make this question and conversation a little personal, क्योंकि ये जो बंदा बैठे हैं मेरे बगल में, वो दिन में पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, HTFC में अपना काम करते हैं, मोटिवेशनल स्पीकिंग करते हैं, आयरन मैन रेसेस में पार्टिसिपेट compete करते हैं इंडिया में, ओवरसीज़ लार्जली. तो आप कैसे इतने सारे डिसिप्लिन्स, इतने सारे काम को जगल करते हो अपनी ज़िंदगी के एक पेज से? अगर आप if you can take a leaf out of your own life book and shed light for all the kids and students here, and also for the live viewers on the live stream platform to understand this concept of discipline, time management better.
Sure, I think like you mentioned, you know, time management is the essence of everything. No matter where you want to succeed, or forget about success, you know, not every pursuit has to be about I want to be this, I want to be that. Some pursuits are just about being happy. Like, how many of you write poetry? Who writes poetry here? Excellent. Anyone writes poetry? Excellent. Anyone here? कविताएं कौन कौन लिखता है? गाने कौन लिखता है? गाने कौन सुनता है? सब. आप गाने नहीं सुनते हो क्या? सो रहे हो? जागो जागो. गाने, आप सब गाने सुनते हो, राइट? आप गाना जो सुनते हो वो मज़े के लिए सुनते हो, राइट? इंजॉयमेंट के लिए सुनते हो, मोटिवेशन के लिए सुनते हो. यू राइट, कविता लिखते हो, आप अपने इंजॉयमेंट के लिए लिखते हो, अपने एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए लिखते हो, राइट? तो नॉट ऑल परस्यूट्स इन लाइफ हैव टू बी अबाउट बिकमिंग नंबर वन, अचीविंग मेडल्स और गेटिंग मनी आउट ऑफ इट. या अचीव करने के लिए देर आर सो मेनी परस्यूट्स इन लाइफ, विच इज़ राइटिंग, रीडिंग, यू नो, लर्निंग अबाउट ट्रैवल. Nobody travels to become the number one traveler in the world, right? आप किसी देश में जाते हो, किसी न्यू सिटी में जाते हो, you don't travel there to become the best traveler in the world. So there are some pursuits in life which you do as a passion. So once you start, you know, enjoying the process and make anything which is worthwhile, maybe your career or, you know, sports or studying for that matter, as your passion, by default you will enjoy the process and you will not even know that, you know, nothing will feel like work to you. It's not hard work, it's not, you know, you travel the world, you have been to 40-50 countries, we have been speaking, and she has been very humble, you know. She was telling me that 15 to 20 days in a month she is staying in different countries, different cities. It's not work for you, it's your passion, right?
Because I enjoy it, because exactly मुझे मज़ा आता है और काम के लिए शिद्दत भी है, इसीलिए.
Exactly. So जब आपका पैशन और आपका जो जिसमें आपको मज़ा आता है, काम जब मिल जाएगा ना, that's when you will start enjoying life and nothing will feel work to you. आज एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ सबसे, राइट साइड पे, हु इज़ योर आइडल? आपका आइडल कौन है लाइफ में? ऊंचा, एकदम ऊंचा. कौन सी पर्सनालिटी, स्पोर्ट्स या कोई भी पॉलिटिक्स में कौन सा बंदा आपको आइडल लगता है?
एक माइक दे दीजिए उनको, लेट देम स्पीक.
Any sports personality in
शर्माई मत, बोलिए आपके आइडल्स कौन है, अगर कोई बात करना चाहता है तो। हाँ बोलिए प्लीज।
हेलो सर।
हेलो,
सामने आ जाइए।
आपका नाम बताइए।
माई सेल्फ जतिन रावत।
वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम?
आई एम फ्रॉम नैनीताल रामनगर।
फैंटास्टिक। हु इज योर आइडल एंड व्हाई?
माई आइडल इज ऋषभ पंत
व्हाई?
because I loving his batting technique and wicket keeping skills. Because that's why.
फैंटास्टिक। आपको व्हाट डू यू वांट टू बिकम व्हेन यू बिकम बड़ा?
I become to a cricketer.
यू वांट टू बी अ क्रिकेटर। कितना प्रैक्टिस करते हो वीकली?
Sir, this time though we can't do practice in morning session
व्हाई?
because there is not ground to, in few days. So that's why we'll not go to ground, and we go to school also. So not any time for practice. So that's why.
Okay, okay. Pass the mic to this one. Who here? Who's your idol? Anyone? Raise your hand. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello. What's your name?
Sir, my name is Manvi Anand.
Malviya.
Sir, Manvi Anand.
Manvi. Hi, Manvi. Who's your idol?
Sir, my idol is Sir C.V. Raman.
C.V. Raman. Why?
Sir, because I like his personality and I want to become a scientist also.
Oh wow. And you want to become a scientist? In
Yes.
what field?
Sir, in
In science.
astronomical field.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Congratulations.
ऋषभ पंत के लिए अगर तालियां बज सकती है
Yeah.
तो सीवी रमन के लिए भी तालियां बज सकती है और मानवी के लिए भी बज सकती है।
Fantastic. On the left, one person on the left. Who's your idol, guys? Backbenchers को दीजिए. I want to speak with the backbenchers. सबसे पीछे जो बैठे हैं, सिंगर भी बोल दो गाइस। कोई दलजीत दोसांझ बनना चाहता है कोई? Anyone, come on. Blue team. Anyone? Who's your idol?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, what's your name?
Sir, my name is Neha Negi and I am from CIMS College.
Hi, Sneha.
Hello, sir.
Who's your idol?
Sir, my idol is Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw.
Wow.
Yes,
Did you watch the movie Sam Manekshaw?
Yes, sir.
Vicky
And
Kaushal.
actually, I also belong from my army background, so
Wow.
and I want to join army, so.
Fantastic.
Yes,
And what are you doing to join army? Are you
Sir-
practicing physically and intellectually?
नो सर, फिज़िकली तो अभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बट एक्चुअली आई एम परसुइंग नर्सिंग नावा डेज, बट साथ में मैंने अपना ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया सो डैट आई वांट और आई वांट टू जॉइन आर्मी सो।
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Great response. Thank you so much, everyone. The question, why I was asking you the question is कि जब आपके जितने भी आइडियल्स की आप बात करते हो ना, तो these ideal people have become the idol for centuries or decades because इनके लिए जो काम था वो काम नहीं था. It was their passion. Like your passion, keep it alive. अगर आप आर्मी में जाना चाहते हो तो आर्मी की तरह प्रैक्टिस करो, read about it, read about all the examinations that are there. If you want to become an astrophysicist, read about all the research papers that are there. So many communities you can join. If you want to become Rishabh Pant, start practicing like him. See, एक होता है दिमाग में सोचना कि मुझे ये करना बनना है, और दूसरा होता है कि करना है. So once you start giving 3, 4, 5 hours, 10 hours a week for your passion, it will automatically start giving you results within 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years. And in 10 years, you can actually become a Rishabh Pant or maybe a C.V. Raman in 15 years and an army officer in 5 to 7 years from now. So find your passion and start working on it, because you guys are the future of our country and we need people who are fit, who are healthy and passionate. eventually that's how India will become the number one, number two, number three GDP economy across the world.
Absolutely. Financial awareness is the fulcrum that India needs to set itself up on. Currently, India is the fourth largest economy, which it became a couple of years ago, surpassing Britain in terms of GDP. And अगर इंडिया को आगे बढ़ना है तो स्पोर्ट्स में नहीं, जैसे निशांत ने बोला, इकोनॉमी में भी, फिनेंस में भी और भी ज़्यादा जाइंट स्ट्राइड्स लेने हैं. एंड आप बता रहे थे कि एनविजन करना, कि प्लान होना और उसको एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए जो जज्बा होता है, वो जज्बा होने का बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस है. बट स्पोर्ट्स में या फिर ज़िंदगी के अदर वॉक्स ऑफ लाइफ में जो होता है कि व्हाट यू प्लान इज़ नॉट how your life turns out, which is why it's very important, especially for athletes, to have alternative career paths in place. Let's talk us through that facet of being an athlete and your advice to young athletes at the national games and beyond as to why is it important to have a parallel career option playing out while you are on the path to pursuing your athletic dreams.
Sure. So, I think in today's social media age, it is very difficult to avoid social media, but instead either you can become a consumer or you can become a creator. The people who become creators are the ones that get paid, and the people who are consumers becomes an advertisement. So see social media as a tool of building an alternate career for yourself. It could also mean that you can maybe become an influencer. It's a great job, by the way, that pays you well. Secondly, what social media can also help you to do is you can reach out to far more people. You can reach out to opportunities. You will reach out to communities that can help you to move forward. So for example, coming back to her case where she wants to become an astrophysicist. Now, if you're just sitting here in a very small town, you may not have access to scientists, or you may not have access to, reading material, which is what is the latest happenings, or you would not know where Rishabh Pant practices and what he does. But if you have access through social media, you can always reach out to similar people. The communities will tell you what kind of, sports equipments are required, what kind of research papers are being published. So this gives you access. Now, I know most of the people here are students, so parents would not allow them to use social media or phones, which is great. Digital well-being is important, but at the same time, you can use social media to build an alternate career for yourself. That's one. Number two, beyond being a creator, you should start exploring becoming speaker as an athlete. You have wealth of experience. Third, you can become coaches. You can start smaller communities around your societies or wherever you live and start monetizing that skills. So speaker ban sakte ho, influencer ban sakte ho. You can become creators. You can become community builders. So these are various avenues that people are looking for. I'll tell you, it could be an athlete, it could be an existing actor, politician. Only those become successful who take massive action day in, day out. So see it like your sporting career, where you put in 10, 15, 20 years. In this also, if you start putting in 5, 7, 10 hours a week in building communities, in building alternate career, this will also start paying you in year 3, year 4, year 5, and eventually you can have a sustainable life. Most of the athletes retire at the age of 30, 25, 30 if you're lucky. Maybe 20 is the maximum average number of years where you practice. After that, you have 50 years ahead of you. If you do not build an alternate career, if you do not upgrade yourself, upskill yourself, and you just say, I was so and so in my past life, I was a cricketer, I was a footballer, I was this and that, I was nationals khela hai, maine international khela hai, and now but nobody recognizes me. Nobody is going to recognize you unless you do not upskill yourself and become, community builder. You move masses, you take a corporate job, you can, the 5 options that we discussed just now. These are alternate options which you have to start building. तो पढ़ाई करनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. People in the audience, if you are a sports star, while you will get sports quota, great. But you should continue to get education, because there is absolutely no substitute of a well-educated person who's well-spoken, if you become a social media or a sports star also, ultimately you have to speak to people. And how would you speak to people? By studying, by building communication skills, by reading more, by writing more. So education also helps to build your thought process, your mindset. Your articulation happens through your education. So hence, please do not give up on studies while becoming and pursuing your sports career.
Absolutely, and that ties in very beautifully with what Shri Amit Sinha, IPS and CEO of the 38th National Games has mentioned time and again. मौली संवाद के पिछले 8 दिनों में उन्होंने मेंशन किया है कि नेशनल गेम्स के एथलीट्स को 4% आरक्षण दिया जा रहा है इन गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स, विच इज़ अ ह्यूज फीट. तो गवर्नमेंट आपको सपोर्ट कर रहा है, और अगर आप खुद के ऊपर थोड़ा इन्वेस्टमेंट और करें, पढ़ाई करें, ऑब्वियसली यूटिलाइज करें अपने बाकी स्किल सेट्स का, यूट्यूब का इस्तेमाल करें, बहुत सारे नई चीज़ें आप सीखने को सीख सकते हो. तो ये सब स्किल्स एक साथ करके आप गवर्नमेंट जॉब जा सकते हो, या फिर यू कैन टेक अप अ प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशंस ऑफर ऑल्सो. Given so much is going in the favor of an Indian athlete in 2025, Nishant, how do you see India progressing as a financially aware sporting nation on the rise?
So, India is poised to become a $10 trillion economy in about next 5 to 6 years. That means जितना भी हम आज कमा रहे हैं वो सब कुछ डबल से ट्रिपल हो जाएगा. India is almost a $5 trillion economy, actually $4 trillion. So whatever wealth that we have, whatever disposable income that we have, opportunities we have right now will become double to triple in just next 5 years. So to get there, we need different set of skill sets, different mindset. Young, of course, youth is needed, but a youth which is aware, which is fit. So that's point number one. Point number two is that the youth of today should also upskill themselves in new age technologies like artificial intelligence. What does it mean? Artificial intelligence is not new. It's been there for 70 years. It's just that uska time ab aa chuka hai. So the timing of AI is here today. I would recommend everyone present here to start doing free courses on YouTube, start doing reading about generative AI. This is over and above your class work. This is over and above your sports work, and how you can use artificial intelligence into your various areas, which could be creative sides, it could be geopolitical, emotional, science, maths, government business, climate change. All of this will have huge impacts when it comes to AI will help you to bring that economy in front. And that's the second part. Third part is also becoming viable in terms of, building a skill set which is also useful in manufacturing, building brands, startups. These are areas which will help you to, move forward.
It's interesting that you just mentioned AI. मैं अपने audience members को पूछना चाहूँगी, आप में से किन्होंने सुना है AI का नाम? Have you heard this term, AI, artificial intelligence?
Wow.
खैर, that's a great start, right? कि उन्होंने सुना है और वो जानते हैं शायद इस विषय में. थोड़ा और बात करते हैं AI को लेके कि फिटनेस और फिनेंस में इस पर्टिकुलर सिनर्जी में AI का कितना बड़ा हाथ हो सकता है इंडियन स्पोर्टिंग इकोसिस्टम में आपके मुताबिक?
Sure. So, first thing, one advice I want to give to everyone, especially on the right side. Right side, hi. On the left side, hello. The red team, hello. I want each of you to start, if you want to remember only one thing from today's session, जब आप घर जाओगे, आपको फ़ोन मिलेगा या लैपटॉप मिलेगा या कंप्यूटर मिलेगा, प्लीज़ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में जाके आज पढ़िएगा, और वो पढ़ के अगले दिन अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ डिस्कस कीजिए कि तुमने क्या पढ़ा मुझे समझाओ और मैंने क्या पढ़ा मैं तुम्हें समझाऊंगा. ऑल ऑफ यू, it's not a homework but it's an exercise, please go and read about artificial intelligence and how it can help you in your career. कोई बहुत रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है, रॉकेट साइंस वो करेगी which is more difficult.
CV Raman fan.
But go home, study about artificial intelligence and start visualizing कि you will build a startup in artificial intelligence. Start thinking about it, because that's where you will get your first 10 crores, 100 crores, 1000 crores, 10,000 crore startups. तो ये एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है आज फिटनेस फाइनेंस फ्यूचर में। सिर्फ फ्यूचर का AI वाला पार्ट आप याद रखिए, फिट तो आप लोग हो ही जाएंगे, फाइनेंस अपने आप आ जाएगा। सो दैट्स वन। आई वॉन्ट एवरीवन to go back and read about artificial intelligence and see how you can use it in your daily life. Now coming to your question, how artificial intelligence will help India to propel forward. So I think this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. About 100 years ago when electricity, 120 years ago when light bulb was discovered and electricity was discovered, it changed the way we moved, we did things, our lifestyle, our transportation, medical, everything changed. AI is that moment for the world right now. Yes, AI is very early stage right now, but it will have a profound effect on medical science, sports science, technology, the way you measure the parameters in each of the sports, even in your finances, how to make money, how to build money. You can literally do it with ChatGPT and various other Perplexity and so many free tools available out there. So I think this is like the electricity, the light bulb moment of the world right now. 10 साल के बाद कुछ और आएगा या 15 साल के बाद कुछ और आएगा। पैसा वही कमाता है, फाइनेंस वही बिल्ड करता है, वेल्थ वही बिल्ड करता है हु इज़ अर्ली टू अ कॉन्सेप्ट। यू आर 5 years 10 years अर्ली। सो किड्स सिटिंग आउट हियर आर एक्चुअली, वी वुड हैव अ फ्यू millionaires and billionaires in the room or people who are watching us today. If you use AI, you will become the startup guru, the CEO, CXO that you always, your state deserves, the country deserves, and the world deserves.
एब्सोल्युटली। तो निशांत ने जो बोला उसको समराइज करते हुए अपने आई और AI, अपने आई एज इन अपने मदर और आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के प्रति बहुत श्रद्धा और भक्ति रखिए, बिकॉज इंडियन स्पोर्ट और इंडियन इकोनॉमी उसी के साथ आगे बढ़ेगा और आपकी खुद की ज़िंदगी भी आपके माता पिता के आशीर्वाद और खुद की डिलीजेंस से, एज ही राइटली मैंशनड, भी आगे बढ़ेगी। बिग थैंक यू वंस अगेन टू निशांत भारद्वाज फॉर शेडिंग लाइट ऑन सो मेनी facets of the modern day athlete, finance, fitness. And this is the moment I would also like to welcome Shri Amit Sinha, IPS and CEO of the 38th National Games, to first come forward and हमारे साथ अपने विचार शेयर कीजिए। सर, आप मौली संवाद के स्टार रहे हो, हीरो रहे हो, और आपके बगैर मौली संवाद नहीं होता।
मैं यही कहूँगा कि जो AI की बात हुई है, इसको अपने स्पोर्ट्स में पहले करना। हमारे सारे ये स्पोर्ट्स कॉलेज के बच्चे हैं, तो मैं ये चाहता हूँ, इनको कई बार मैंने बोला भी है, स्पोर्ट्स में AI बहुत ज़रूरी है। हम लोग स्पोर्ट्स में साइंस ही यूज़ नहीं कर रहे हैं। कौन सा मूवमेंट बॉडी का कैसा है और कैसे होने पे अच्छा मूवमेंट निकलेगा, बहुत कुछ AI बताता है। एनीवे, ये तुम लोग के लिए सिर्फ समझने की बात है। समझ लोगे तो तुमने पहला स्टेप चढ़ लिया। जैसा आपने बताया, आई और AI, मैं फिर भी कहूँगा तुमसे कि AI को स्पोर्ट्स में ज़रूर यूज़ करो, और जहाँ आप सामने शायद रॉकेट साइंस वालों की बात करें तो ये तो AI को यूज़ करेंगे ही करेंगे। थैंक यू।
बिल्कुल सर, और AI सभी के ऊपर बात करने के लिए जो मंच तैयार किया है वो अमित सर के कारण ही हुआ है। एंड ऑफ कोर्स द उत्तराखंड गवर्नमेंट 38th नेशनल गेम्स 2025, एंड अ बिग थैंक्स टू अमित सर फॉर बीइंग हियर टू फेलिसिटेट। सम्मानित करेंगे वो श्री निशांत भारद्वाज का, और मैं बुलाना चाहूँगी हमारे कॉलीग को ताकि अमित सर सम्मानित कर सके विद अ स्मॉल टोकन ऑफ अप्रिसिएशन। बहुत शुक्रिया अमित सर का, एंड ऑल्सो टू श्री Nishant Bhardwaj for shedding light on fitness, finance and future. A big thank you to all the students who joined us here. May all your dreams come true. किसी को ऋषभ पंत बनना है, किसी को CV रमन के फुटस्टेप्स पे जाना है, और ऑफ कोर्स उधर सैम मानेकशॉ के काफ़ी फैंस हैं, तो मे ऑल योर एस्पिरेशंस बिकम अ रियलिटी। एंड जब बन जाते हो करोड़पति, मेडलिस्ट, साइंटिस्ट, याद रखिएगा कि इन सब बातों के ऊपर विचार हमने शेयर किए थे मौली संवाद में उत्तराखंड 2025 National Games के। A big thank you to everyone once again. We'll see you in the next session starting at 5:30 p.m. Thank you.